This is the Sabir Bey Show. Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show.
This is the Sabir Bey Show. Sabir Bey. Knowledge over noise, let the truth unfold. Now this the Sabir Bey Show. By law, history corrected, let the record be told. This is the Sabir Bey Show. Know who you are. Status exposed, now the mind take control. Now this the Sabir Bey Show. No debate. It's grass, pool, lips to end. Welcome to the show where the record get read. Read the record where identity restored and the lies get dead. They talk color over culture, condition their head. But status is the cage and the law's a thread. They called us black, but that label was applied. Not a nation, just a stamp on the commerce side. Paperwork before ships touched shore, before borders was drawn. 314, 982. We had flags, seals, treaties, rights we was born. Sovereign. More is a nation, not a shade of the skin. Nationality. You can't own a people, you can't legally pin facts. Ignorance enforces how empires survive. Troll, but knowledge itself keep the people alive. Know yourself, this ain't rebellion, it's the documents talking. Read it, footnotes, receipts, every step that I'm walking. Proof, so listen real close when the truth get displayed. No debate, no overthrown to this other Sabir Bey. This is the Sabir Bey Show. Sabir Bey. Knowledge over noise, let the truth unfold. Nah, it's the Sabir Bey Show. But by law, history corrected, let the record be told. This is the Sabir Bey Show. Know who you are. Status exposed, now the mind take control. This is the Sabir Bey Show. No debate.
Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show. Say. This is the Sabir Bey Show.
Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show.
This is the Sabir Bey Show.
This is the Sabir Bey Show.
This is the Sabir Bey Show.
Knowledge over noise, let the truth unfold.
This is the Sabir Bey Show.
Knowledge, it's the Sabir
Come on,
Bey
share it
Show.
out. Let's go.
By law,
This is the Sabir Bey Show.
history corrected, let the record be told.
Don't run.
This is
Just
the
come.
Sabir Bey Show.
Know who you are. Status exposed, now the mind to control. Status is the Sabir Bey Show. Welcome to the show where the record get read. Read the record where identity restored and the lies get dead. They talk color over culture, condition the head. Program status is the cage and the law is the thread. By law, they call us black, but that label was applied. Not a nation, just a stamp on the commerce side. Paperwork before ships touched shore, before borders was drawn.
Oh, Philly?
3, 4, line 2.
Hold up.
Flag seals,
Got
treaties,
Philly in the
was
bill. Let's
born.
go.
Sovereign. More is a nation, not a shade of the skin. Nationality, you can't own the people, you can't legally pin. Facts. Ignorance enforced is how empires survive. Control knowledge itself, keep the people alive. Know yourself, this ain't rebellion, it's the documents talking. Read it, footnotes, receipts, every step that I'm walking. Proof, so listen real close when the truth get displayed. No debate, law over drums, welcome to the Sabir Bey Show stage. Welcome to the Sabir Bey Show.
This is the Sabir Bey Show.
What up? Yeah, send us to my brother Gilly the Kid and send us to my brother Wallow. Yeah, I'm Philly all day long, baby. I am so Philly. So listen, you can get y'all shirts too. So this is the thing. I sent this to a couple of people, and I'm going to share some stuff with y'all. I just got back in the house from coming outside. It's only like 9:57 over here. So I'm just coming in, and I was having a comment. Hopefully my brother Jarrell can join me too. He's in Hawaii right now, but hopefully he can join the feed. So I want y'all to do me a favor, share this out to everybody right now, no matter where you at on this planet. I know they're going to have y'all busy tomorrow and Saturday, but this is the show that you're going to get the knowledge on. Okay. He said, oh, thank you, family. You're the best teacher, hands down. I thank you, family. But we spell teacher T-E-A-C-H-A. T-E-A-C-H-A. Because teachers teach and do the world good. Kings just rule and mostly never understood. Okay? Teachers teach and do the world good, and kings just rule and mostly never understood. So we spell teacher like that, the hip hop way. So please do me a favor, y'all. Share this out, share it out, and pick it up. Let's go. Turn it up.
Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We got a whole nation to restore. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We gotta really love each other more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. When you see my CD in the store, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. It's the teacher, class is open, G. Let's get open on the concept of voting. We begin the discussion by viewing democracy. People power, a people rule philosophy. Democracy is a system of government where the whole population is the sum of it. Where the government can't move without its people. Where before the law, everybody's equal. But take a look at the police and how they treat you. Take a look at these corporations that cheat you. Democrats and Republicans are all see-through. Now we voting for the lesser of two evils. Man, don't let them deceive you. This system of government where the whole population is the sum of it. Where the government can't move without its people. Where before the law, everybody's equal. But take a look at the police and how they treat you. Take a look at these corporations that cheat you. Democrats and Republicans are all see-through. Now we voting for the lesser of two evils. Man, don't let them deceive you. This is an autocracy, not a democracy. But to call this a democracy without my interest in the laws of society, that's called hypocrisy. Get up, what we slowing down for? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We got a whole nation to restore. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We gotta really love each other more. Pick it up, yeah, pick it up, pick it up, yeah, pick it up. When you see my CD in the store, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. Democracy only happened one time in European history. Now keep this in mind. It was practiced in Athens overseas in 508 BC by Cleisthenes. Citizens would get together on a hillside and decide how and if they was gonna ride. But in 322 BC, here's what happened. Alexander of Macedon conquered Athens, and that was the end of democracy, where the people had a say in their society. Today, we gotta get more knowledge and learn about the function of the electoral college. It doesn't matter who you vote for today, the electoral college has the last say. But that's another day. Here's what I came to say. Rise up! Get up! What we slowing down for? Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We got a whole nation to restore. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. We gotta really love each other more. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. When you see my CD in the store, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up. In corporate-sponsored elections, who's winning? This the wrong direction from the beginning. Every candidate got scandal, they all sinning, trying to convince you, telling you what they've been in. But the real issues, they get avoided, while our children still getting exploited. They call me Blastmaster Chris, edutainment, that's what my tactic is. Some criticize Chris, some laugh at Chris, but you can't say Chris is not an activist. Social justice, I got a passion for this, cause equal rights, we still asking for this. So when I do my tour, it's not just rapping for Chris, I'm giving you more than gun packing with this. I'm opening doors, you should be asking about this. You listening to the whores and them capitalists. Their game is tight, got you trapped into this. It won't be long before the ring you have to like kiss. That's why I'm an activist. I help people not to get trapped in this. The temptation, you getting wrapped into this. So get up, stop sitting like a pacifist. Pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up, pick it up.
Chris, what you doing out of school?
Yo, man,
Oh, we're not ready for that. I was looking for my book on Athens, people, so I thought I had it. No, I don't have it. I thought I had it, but bear with me 1 second. I was trying to pull my book out on Athens, but I did bring out my other ones. I know this is a lot of reading for some of y'all, but I have book 1 and book 2 of this. Oh, I know. This is a lot of reading for some of you cats. I got it. I got it. It's too much reading for some of y'all. So how many degrees do I need for this to know these things? How many degrees do I need to know this? So I told you before, you can pick your best of the best of the best of the best, best. So if you got a degree, bring your degree to the forefront. Bring that degree Let's bring your degree to the forefront, and let's put your degree up against my agree. That sounds fair. Let's put your degree up against your degree up against my agree. So hurry up and share it out because I don't want nobody coming in late. Remember, Philly is in my DNA. So we're gonna have some fun. The lines are open, I believe. It's open so everybody can see it. So I gotta and this is the first time I'm really saying this publicly to everybody because a lot of stuff be coming my way and I just turn things down. I turned down radio stations, which I used to be on radio, real radio. I'll get into this later on, but this was real radio. So if you don't know my background, I started on WURD in Philadelphia. It's still around. I started in WURD in Philadelphia in 2003. I never went to school for radio. I never went to school for communication, but I just sat inside the studio. And they just liked my energy. This is before there was a YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, all those beautiful things that y'all think, right? So I'm just going to walk you through something. So I did WURD in Philadelphia. And I'm going to reinvent my whole Civil Alert show. I'm going to reinvent that whole show I used to do back in the day. This is my shows that I used to do. That's called Indian Slave. That's 2005. Where was you at in 2005? These are radio shows. That's Civil Alert. This was on citizenship. I can play these right now. Let these things just roll. 2005. Citizenship. Oh, you want to talk about birthright citizenship? Come on over. Let's go. I have The Mother of the Matrix 2004. That's part 2. I was the first person to bring Dr. S.M.E on the radio in Philadelphia, and I was the first person to bring Sophia Stewart on the radio in Philadelphia. Facts. You want to talk about drugs? Let's talk about the ex-DEA agent I had on my show in 2005. So these what you would call masters. I got more, so just bear with me. I'm gonna explain the difference, how this works. And if you put me in the room with whoever you think is the best on social media right now, they're not gonna last. Civil Alert, 2005. The 13th Amendment, that was in 2004. Are y'all getting this yet? These are called masters. I'm walking through a little bit more. Okay, don't get mad at me. Just try to debunk it. Let's go to some more. And I'm gonna reinvent the whole Civil Alert show again. 2004, History of the Moors. Go a little closer. That's 2004 for some of y'all that don't know. That's 2004. So I've been talking about this. So Sabir is the one they're going to duck. This is before there was a Hidden Colors, before there was a Tariq Nasheed even on the scene. There was no such thing as Tariq Nasheed. Mother of the Matrix 2004, once again. Who is this? Dr. Bey. I don't know which one. I think that was Jose Pimentel Bey. But yeah, I got a lot of stuff, people. So, and I got masters of the cassette tapes too. Masters of the cassette tapes on it also. So I've been doing this thing for a very, very, very long time. The problem is it's the black conscious people that's the problem. It's not Sabir. So I got into radio by being a guest on a show. And they said I should start my own show. There go Jarrell right there. They said I should start my own show. I had no experience in radio. Gemini's deal with communication. I'm explaining these things to y'all. This is like Jarrell said, this is like $1 billion worth of game. So there's a thing called ear check in radio, people, for y'all that don't know. And I can do a class on it, ear check, right? Yo, Jarrell, I'm trying to find my Civil Alert, John, man. Hold on, let me see. I'm gonna want y'all to hear it real quick. But so what happened, I was a guest on a show, right? And when I got into the studio, they was telling me that I should start my own show. I said, start the show. What am I doing radio? I was just guess. I was trying to bring Taj to the radio because I was the first person that brought Taj to Bay to the radio. I don't know if you know that either. So what happened, they said, yo, you should start your own show. So at the time, there was no Facebooks, there was no Instagrams, there was no TikTok. So what happened, I said, well, where I'm gonna get the money from? So mind you, Jarrell, we didn't have no bank accounts. No bank accounts. We was off the grid, nigga. Like, and I tell you, off the grid, like Todd is still off the grid. So we was trying to figure out where we gonna get money from to get sponsorship because I was ignorant to radio. So I gets into radio, and I'm like, well, where we gonna get money from, to keep this thing going? So it was like you had to pay to play type shit, right? So I'm sitting here, Shafiq and I come together. We was like, yo, well, let's put our money together because we came out of our pockets every week. Every week, bro. We was broke. Nigga. It was like $200 or $300 a week. So Shafiq and I was like, okay, let's put our funds together and let's do this thing, right? So, but before that, I had a newspaper called Silver Alert. Before I started that, so brother Shafiq and I, we going back and forth, and I was like, yo, brother, they called us in the office, we signed the contract, boom. So we had to come up with $300 something per week, which y'all, I don't even get $300 a day or every month with people that's on my feed. I don't. But I want you to understand the journey and the degrees and how this thing works. So this was like an on hands thing, Jarrell. Like I knew nothing about radio. I just sat there and started talking shit. Right. So this is in 2003. So mind you, I'm in the studio. Shafiq leaves 2 years in the show because wasn't nobody putting up no money. Now, mind you, nigga, my hustle days was behind me. It made me want to hustle again, nigga. Like that's how serious. This is how committed I was to get this information to our people, but I wasn't hustling after I stopped. So Shafiq left, and why I'm saying this is because people, when pressure comes, the pipes burst. I hung in the WRD from 2003 to 2009, 2003 to 2009. So imagine that time frame. And I only took 2 days off from 2003 to 2009. And I'm coming out my pocket with $300 to $100 a week, my nigga. Like it never had an account. I'm trying to figure out how I'm gonna pay for all this. So I had to go what? Open up a checking account. So let me explain to you how this works. So all this information that I was getting, I was given to people for free since 2003 on the radio. So I opened up this thing on Jarrell called a non-interest bearing account. Most of y'all probably don't even know what that is. Does anybody know what it is? I'm telling you my story, and we're gonna get into this degree thing. Do you know what anybody on this feed knows what a non-interest bearing account is about?
So isn't that your account becomes non-taxable because it's not collecting interest, which is considered as income?
There you go. So let me explain how this was going down. So I fought. Mind you, I'm in the studio. Now I'm by myself. I'm bringing people in the studio. I was hosting, engineering. And this is the crazy part about all this, Jerome. I'm hosting, producing, and engineering my show back in 2003. Nobody was saying, yo, brother, here's $150,000. There was no YouTubes, no Instagrams, none of these things. So Shafiq left me high and dry, nigga. That nigga, and he left me high and dry, bro. I'm in my brain like, nigga, I'm ready to go back to hustling again. Right? Ajim, come here. What are you doing? You texting your mom? Why is she texting me saying stop? I just got a message from her mom. She said stop. I don't know what she meant, but anywho, because I can see what's going on. But anyway, I don't know. But I just got a message. Maybe it's late. So anyway, maybe it's a late text. I don't know, but I just got a text in the middle of the show. So what happened as I'm going through this, right? I'm going through this, and I'm trying to figure out where I'm gonna get this money from to make this thing work, right? So he leaves. So I opened up a non-interest bearing account. So like you said, a non-interest bearing account is that you don't draw interest on it. That's what it is. You don't draw the interest. This is why I don't have a savings account. A savings account, you draw interest on it, and then they can tax it. So all the stuff that I was learning, I was given to people on the air, right? So, and nobody said, yo, back then, yo, bro, I got you, homie. So I want you to understand the journey of being in radio and didn't have a degree, because people think you have to have a degree to be in radio when you don't, right? So all this was happening. And at that particular time, this movie came out called Talk to Me. Jarrell can probably find out what year that was. So there was a guy named Petey Green. Petey Green and Dewey Hughes. Dewey Hughes, and I love telling this story. Dewey Hughes was Kathy Hughes' husband. Y'all know Kathy Hughes, Radio 1, TV 1, Kathy Hughes, DC. So Dewey Hughes got Petey Green to be on radio and TV. Petey Green was a dude, was played by Don Cheeto. He was a person that was in jail doing radio, right? So they meet up in this pool hall, Petey Green and Dewey Hughes. And Dewey Hughes told Petey Green, if you're going to talk shit, back your shit up and know more than your audience. These things are lessons that I learned in radio. Lessons. Thank you, brother. Thank you. Talk to Me was released in 2020, not 2023. No, it wasn't. July 2023. No, it was earlier than that. 2023. Talk to Me in 2020. That was recently. I left radio in 2009. Well, yeah, 2009. I left Philly in radio in 2009. Then I went to LA. But this was during the time in Philadelphia as I was on radio. So Petey Green was telling Dewey Hughes was telling Petey Green, if you want to talk shit, back it up. Thank you, brother. It was wrong movie. I know I'm not crazy, brother. You trying to make it seem like I'm crazy. See how that AI works, brother? You better be careful. Look up the movie Talk to Me. Shit. Trying to make it seem like I'm crazy. So
okay, well, 2007.
2007. Oh, you follow me? You see what I'm saying? Like,
yeah, it showed me the wrong movie. It's some horror movie.
Yeah. So the movie Talk to Me, that whole scene as he's inside the pool hall, he's telling Petey Green, if you're going to talk shit. Now, this is the crazy part. He didn't know how to cope with doing TV, but he was better behind the scene, if you follow me. So there's a thing, and Colin Powell's son was the head of the FCC at the time. He was the head of the FCC, Colin Powell's son. So I did another show called Hip Hop After Midnight. Hip Hop After Midnight was a show I did from 12 to 3 in the morning. You can Google that or go online and punch in Sabir Bey, Hip Hop After Midnight. Hip Hop After Midnight. It was on WKDU. And the brother that was at that station left because everybody wanted to hear from me. So when I was in the studios, I had to know how to engineer my show. I had to know how to produce my show. I had to know all of these things, and I learned it by being hands-on, watching other people. And this is what I'm saying to y'all. Y'all get excited. Oh my God, you gotta have a degree to do this. Nigga, no, you don't. I have an A-gree and not a D-gree. An A-gree. So all of these things, people, it's what and I want to say this. I gotta say this. What makes things complicated and hard, Brother Jarrell, is you're trying to do something that's not in your nature, if that makes sense. We try to do things that's not necessarily in our nature, period. I am a Gemini. I deal with communication. That's the airwaves. That's me. What we do in law school, I can take the LSAT test and kill that test. Dead ass serious. I can kill it. Put the LSAT test in front of me and watch how this works. So if y'all don't know what that is, that's the law stat test. Before you become in the bar or whatever part of the bar association, I can kill that test with no problem. Put it in front of me. So what is happening, right? I don't know who this is. Peace. Hello? Okay. You. Okay. Try to come back. So anyway, my point of saying is, people, is that there is a difference between a grade and a D-grade. Let me explain something to y'all, which I never showed anybody any of this except Jarrell, close people to me. Do you know that I was awarded an honorarium? Did y'all know that? I didn't tell everybody. This is a while ago. I think I told you, Jarrell, didn't I?
Yeah, you did.
Yeah, it is right there. Dear Sabir, congratulations. We are delighted to inform you that the following through review of your academic profile. You see this? Shortlisted administration. Prestigious honorary PhD program. Now, this is the funny part. Now, bear with me with this, bro. Like, this is the funniest thing ever. this is the kicker to this, right? Now let me explain this to you. My ego could have said, you know what, I'm gonna do that. I told you I walked away from hundreds and thousands of dollars before. I did. Because it's something always attached to this. And this is probably the first time y'all saw this. That was probably the first time everybody's seen this. Right? Because I didn't talk about it. How long ago, how many months ago that was, Brother Jarrell? That was about 3-4 months ago, 5 months ago, something like that. I didn't care. See, the thing is that if you literally go for what they want, this is why Negroes are buying blue checks and have people follow them so they can influence other people, but not influencing people on real knowledge. But that was sent to me. They kept calling me, say, yo, we got a such and such an honorarium for you. I said, for what? And it was on my history. Now, if you go punch my name in Google, you'll see a lot of stuff that I have done. You'll probably see my name, Sabir D. Bey, on a lot of things. But did I take advantage of that? No. I'm a subject matter expert. Most of y'all don't know what that is, right? So let me help you out. Give me 1 second. I'm going to explain something to you. Shut the door, baby. Oops. I'm going to explain something to everybody that's on the feed. So when you see that initial there, when you see the S.M.E., the S.M.E. stands for subject matter expert. That means that the people that you pay to go to universities for, you pay me. If that makes sense. So I never forget this, brother. KRS-One was at Brooklyn Museum, and KRS-One said the amount of money that you pay to go to college, they pay me, and I never went to college. I'm gonna repeat this again. I never forget KRS-One said this to us. He talked to a bunch of people, students that was in there. He said the amount of money that you pay to go to college or any university, they pay me to come speak, and I never went to a university. So when I got this, I thought about it, and I was like, should I really get it? What's the purpose of getting it? Why would I getting this? And then my brother from Alabama said, you know what a subject matter expert is, Sabir? He said a subject matter expert, we study them. That's what he said. We study subject matter experts. So let me pull up what I'm talking about. Give me 1 second. So if you research what a subject matter expert is, here it is. An authority, a specific field, process, technologies. And it goes down a little further. There's a whole lot that's in it. You should look it up. This is all what a subject matter expert is. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start having classes on how to be a subject matter expert. That's why you always see that S.M.E. there, which stands for subject matter expert. Now, if anybody wants to try to challenge me on it, you can definitely try to challenge me on it. You definitely can try. Look at this. You see that? I can, trust me, you can try. I got stories for days with all of this, bro. What just happened? Okay. You got it? Okay. So let's go back. So when that was offered to me, Jarrell, I turned it down. I didn't want it. Because there's always strings attached to certain things. I don't want to be attached to the craziness, bro. I can do this tomorrow and walk in there and get paid. This is why these dudes have to pay for likes and things like that. So let's move forward. So I'm watching something. Let me see if I can pull this up. This guy named, what's his name? De-gree? That's his name, Jarrell? De-gree? Just listen to this for 1 second.
Yeah, Neil deGrasse.
Neil deGrasse, but listen to what he said. Now tell me if you,
and honorary doctorate, you show up and then they hand it to you. And there's always this question, it's not real. Why is it even in a resume? I was visiting the head of NASA a few years back. I told him I was headed off to an honorary degree ceremony later that day. And he said, you're probably discounting it in some way. I said, yeah, a little bit, right? And he said, no, here's what it is. He said, your actual PhD, the one you earned through many years of graduate school, that's the promise that you will one day do something great. but the honorary degree is the evidence you have.
Wow, what an explanation.
Yeah.
That's a great
And
story.
So that changed my perspective
Sure,
on honorary
yeah.
degrees. But apart from that, what I want is sympathy from both of you that I sat through 21 graduations.
We sympathize with you. Yes.
Okay. Honorary doctorate, you show up and then they hand it to you. And there's always this question, it's not real. Why is it even in a resume? I was visiting the head of NASA a few years back. I told him I was headed off to an honorary degree ceremony later that day. And he said, you're probably discounting it in some way. I said, yeah, a little bit, right? And he said, no, here's what it is. He said, your actual PhD, the one you earned through many years of graduate school, that's the promise that you will one day do something great. But the honorary degree is the evidence you have.
Wow, what an explanation.
Yeah.
Now, did anybody get what he just said? Did you comprehend what he just said, bro? Did you comprehend what he said? So if I showed you that I understand the law, right? I'm gonna do this again, and anybody that has a doctor on their name, whatever, we can talk about them too. So let's go. If you want to have a conversation with Sabir Bey, because I've been doing this for a very, very long time, you can bring me everybody that has a doctor's degree. Let's move forward. I'm gonna play this one more time. Bring me somebody to the cipher. Give me 1 second. I want you to bring me someone to the cipher and see why, figure out why haven't we figured out any of these problems that we have, brother? To this day, out of all the degrees we have. Give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let's go back. Pay attention. Pay attention. If you got a degree, I want to talk to you. I would love to talk to you. Let's go back one more time.
Then they hand it to you. And there's always this question, it's not real. Why is it even in a resume? I was visiting the head of NASA a few years back. I told him I was headed off to an honorary degree ceremony later that day. And he said, you're probably discounting it in some way. I said, yeah, a little bit, right? And he said, no, here's what it is. He said, your actual PhD, the one you earned through many years of graduate school, that's the promise that you will one day do something great. But the honorary degree is the evidence you have.
Wow, what an explanation.
Yeah.
That's a great story.
So that changed my perspective on honorary degrees. But apart from that, what I want is sympathy from both of you that I sat through 21 graduations.
We sympathize with you. Yes.
Okay. Honorary doctorate, you show up and then they hand it to you. And
Did you get it, Brother Jarrell? I had to play that for the smart doctor people who claim to have doctors. So I'm going to ask you a question. I got a couple of them. How many people know who Edward Bernays is on his feed? Raise your hand. Anybody? I see somebody with a doctor on TikTok. Come on, doctor, don't run. You got a doctor in you. Who that? Dr. Roy? Come on, Dr. Roy. We got somebody on TikTok, Brother Jarrell. They're just going to ear hustle and talk smack after they get off here. But they can come on the feed with me and I'll take their degree. Straight up take their degree while they're here. So the weird part is, how many people know who Edward Bernays is? Raise your hand. This guy. He's the father of public relations. This guy right here, Edward Bernays. This guy right here, him. This guy right here, Edward Bernays. Him. You can tell my books are beat up. These were brand new books, bro. Oh, let me give you his uncle real fast. This is his uncle, Sigmund Freud. You gotta love these people, brother. The game they played on people is amazing, bro. So I studied all of that. You think I'm what I'm gonna get a degree to go to work for somebody? Know your purpose in life, B. So let's go here for a minute. Let's pull up this one. Let's go back. Now let's go to this degree thing that everybody keeps cheerleading with. This is the father of public relations, Edward Bernays. Listen to what he said.
Anybody.
So now you won't tell your emotional age to anybody?
No. Will you tell yours?
Well, based on your statistics, I passed on weeks ago.
I'll accept that.
It was a lovely service, and I'm sorry you couldn't be there, but All right, now, doctor, tell me again what the doctor is. What are we dealing with?
Well,
You're the father of
what
public
we're
relations.
dealing with really is the concept that people will believe me more if you call me doctor.
Oh, I see.
People will believe me more if you call me doctor. Is the concept that people will believe me more if you call me doctor.
Oh, I see. So, that's a good idea.
And actually, I am doctor because 2 universities gave me honorary degrees.
All right.
One was Boston University, and the other was Babson College.
So you're making the most of those degrees. Well, let's talk a little bit about public relations. You've been doing it for 70 years. Who were some of
72.
72. Who were some of your early accounts? Who were clients of yours back in the very beginning?
In the very beginning, Procter & Gamble was one of our accounts. They had a white floating soap called Ivory soap.
Right. That was the selling point. It would actually float in the bathtub or wherever you were bathing, I guess.
That's right. And they came to me one day and said that mothers washed the faces of the children, and they hated soap because their eyes were stinging from the soap. And that when people grew up, they wouldn't use any soap because they get conditioned in childhood, according to Freud, my uncle.
Sigmund Freud.
So you get ahead of yourself, but it's true. Your uncle was Sigmund Freud.
And so we made a research, made a study, and we found a sculptor, Brenda Putnam, who used soap instead of wax in developing her sculpture.
Did you get it, brother? See, this is the crazy part. He said, you will believe me more if I call myself a doctor. You believe these Negroes that call themselves doctors and can't even fix their own house. Kind of crazy.
People love titles.
So, they love titles. Oh, brother, you just said it. Give me 1 second. You said titles, right? So let me pull up what they offered me. Again, for y'all that don't know, I could have took that and ran with it. But see, everybody says, oh, you should go ahead, Sabir. Why? Put your degree up against my, degree up against my agree. So that's me that they offered me that. There it is. So now the world can see, right? So where is my other book? See, this is the thing. I've studied all of them. So that's what they offered me. I turned it down. Sabir did. Congratulations. Oh my God, they acknowledged me. Oh my God, I'm so smart. But you still run around calling yourself black. Nigga, make it make sense. Make it make sense. I'm black, brother, because the black man is God. I'm going to tell you. The black man, I'm going to tell you. So bring me all the people that got degrees. This is another book you should read, bro. It's called The Crowd. Now, it speaks about titles in this book. If Gustave Le Bon, how many people ever read this book? Gustave Le Bon. Oh, this is motherfucking crazy, dude. You want to get into the heads of people? Man, these mugs is playing, bro. So you can bring me all of your beautiful degrees and we can go toe for toe. So when I was doing radio back then, I was bringing this information to people on the airways, and I was battling my own people. These are radio shows. I was battling my own people. You want to know how crazy this is, Jarrell? You want to hear the song? They used to be my Civil Alert show. You want to hear it?
Oh yeah.
Y'all want to hear it? I'm gonna take y'all back. Stop, Aja. Watch yourself. Okay. I'm gonna take you back to Daddy. Civil Alert. Hold on. Let me see if I can find it. Daddy. This is the show. Yes.
Can you make me macaroni after you fix this?
Yes.
Okay.
Hold up. I'm gonna let you hear this, bro. This is a throwback, bro. This is a straight throwback. Now you can tell this is this is in 2003. This is how the show used to come on.
Civil Alert. Join us as we journey throughout the cosmos. Throughout the cosmos. Once again, with our hosts, Brother Sabir, Sister Roz, Brother Taj, Beat. Yeah. Civil alert. Come struggle with the gods. Come struggle with the gods. It's all out. Yeah. Yes. Civil alert. On W. We're here on Earth with y'all. Law with that universal civil alert. Enjoy.
Oh, this is before YouTube, before TikTok. Listen up.
In 1492,
So listen to this. I can't make this up, bro. This is the show. So it started out of a newspaper.
And welcome back to another wonderful evening on Civil Alert on WURD 900 AM.
Thank you for another Friday here on Civil Alert. I'm your co-host Tariq Al with your executive producer Sabir Bey.
Peace. And who we have sitting in the studio?
This is old.
My name is Natasha Taylor-Smith. I'm an attorney here in Philadelphia.
Can you speak into the microphone so people can hear you?
Natasha Taylor-Smith. I'm an attorney here in Philadelphia.
Yes, actually, if y'all heard the advertisements quite a few times, Natil and Associates actually our sponsors and advertisers on the program, and the sister Natasha is dynamite attorney over here. That's what was told to me. She's like a pit bull.
That's true.
All right. Just glad to have you here. I know quite a few times you heard us speak about the Philadelphia Livestock program, which was supposed to be initiated by I believe the what is it? City Council. And we want to talk a little bit about that because we thanks to Natasha, actually I put up a case on this. It was the Commonwealth of Pennsylvania versus Michael Thurman. In this case, I'm gonna let her actually, speak about it a little bit since you know about it also, and I have it, and we're gonna build upon this how it wasn't properly. Well, it's not.
So listen, Jarrell, this is like in 2004, 2005. Shafiq left me by then.
Basically, the livestock program gets its authority from the Pennsylvania statutes, and the Pennsylvania statute, the one that the livestock program is supposed to.
And if you listen, that was me in the background answering the phone. So I used to answer the phone, play the music, the whole 9 yards.
The only problem is that 6309.2, the statute that the city council relies on, does not have a provision that allows for towing, not immediate towing anyway. It allows for immobilization and storage of vehicles, but there are certain procedures that have to take place, and they're not being followed by the Philadelphia Livestock Program.
Before we get started, I forgot to give out the calling numbers so people can call in. In Philadelphia, it's 215-634-8065. That's 215-634-8065. And it's toll free. It's 866-361-0900. Again, it's 1-866-361-0900. And you want to continue a little bit?
Yeah. The case that I gave to Sabir was Commonwealth versus Michael Thurman. And basically, although it is not a Philadelphia case, it is a Norristown case. Norristown had a very similar program to the livestock program. In that case, what ultimately happened is that a young man was driving an automobile. He did not have proper registration for the automobile, and that automobile was ultimately towed immediately. The way the Pennsylvania statute is written, it requires an enabling statute from the municipality, in this case, Philadelphia. And once that enabling statute has been enacted, it requires a 24-hour waiting period before cars can be towed. They can be immobilized immediately.
Yes.
They can be moved to the side of the road, and police officers can, even let the air out of your tires to immobilize it.
Exactly.
But what they can't do, and what they have been doing, is towing it immediately.
Exactly. So that to me, I'm looking at it as, trespassing and actually larceny to me. I mean, that's not, it's not right. I have Title 75 in the studio with me, and in their Title 75, because it was an argument back and forth, like when you're on the street talking to the police officers, even though I know you can't argue with them because really they don't know the law. They just follow
Their
rules.
procedures, right?
The procedures basically, because 6309 says to immobilize the vehicle, and 7105 in Title 75 says to take possession and seize the property if the plates are false. So they specifically are saying to take possession of it, but in the 6309 it talks about to immobilize it. So what are they doing wrong?
What they're doing wrong is they're not waiting the required 24-hour period. They're not following the law the way the law was written.
So wouldn't there be some type of like a lawsuit or something? I mean,
Well, I think that what has happened, or what tends to happen.
Can you hear?
Cannot.
All right, you have to mess with your headphones. They kind of, we have to get some new ones in the studio. I'm going to have to share mine with you. Just pass them. Can you get it? You hear? Can you hear now?
I got you.
Yeah. All right. They can hear y'all there though. So
listen up, y'all. Lessons.
Well, I'm going to continue to talk.
Yes.
And
you want to switch headphones?
Rico law.
Yeah, let us switch
Let's
headphones.
go.
Thanks, bro.
All right. What basically happens at this point is that the city makes a lot of money.
Yes, a whole lot of money.
Towing individuals' vehicles, and then ultimately for almost as many vehicles as they are recovered by citizens, auctioning off the other vehicles that are taken pursuant to the livestock program. So ultimately, that's what happens. The city makes a lot of money, and nobody fights it.
But I thought that they was taking it because of accidents and insurance. I mean, that's what I thought that was the purpose of the Operation Livestock.
Livestock was supposed to be meant to be a protective procedure, and even if you read some newspaper articles after livestock had initially been implemented, it all talked about our streets are safer now because the unregistered, unlicensed drivers, and at that point in time, uninsured drivers, although the statute itself does not provide for the seizure of cars for failure to carry auto insurance. Initially, when livestock was implemented, they were taking cars for lack of insurance as well. So what happens is the city makes a lot of money, and it's not really all about keeping our streets safer.
Brother L, I just hung up on you because you called right back. I believe he had a question. Yes, I have this document here. It was supposed to have been a public hearing. This is the hearing that the city council had. And here it says City of Philadelphia public hearing on public meeting before City Council Committee on Public Safety. And in this document, it speaks about who actually was there. It was Mariano Clark and Councilman Kenny, Councilman Donna Miller, Reed Miller, and Councilman Anna Vernon. And there was quite a few other people there. But this document wasn't public. It was actually a private closed session. It was talking basically what you were just saying earlier about the revenue of the city. I remember I showed it to you in the law office, and it says how much revenue could the city get. It wouldn't say anything about insurance.
Well, one of the things that the Philadelphia Parking Authority, the city agency who administers livestock, it's not really the Philadelphia Police Department. They act as, in this case, more or less an arm of the Philadelphia Parking Authority. What ultimately happens is, you have to pay off all your tickets to get your car back. You have to pay towing. You have to pay storage if it's there for it.
That's after it was abandoned, right? In a 24-hour period, right?
That's what's supposed to happen.
Exactly. That's what I said. That's what's supposed to happen if it was sitting on a highway, and that's what the statute says.
Yes, that's what's supposed to happen. But what happens is they take immediate possession of the automobile. They offer citizens rides.
Not the ones I saw. I mean, I saw them. Matter of fact, there's a brother just called me the other night, and he was in the car with his two daughters, and he called me, and I'm telling him to call 911, sit on the phone with them, and tell them, that it's a crime being committed. Your car is being taken, and I'm like, listen, you can't take nobody's property without due process. And he has his children in the car, and he called me back the following day and said to me that his daughters asked why was they doing that to him. Now come on. So they're not asking nobody for a ride. They're not saying we're going to give you a ride,
Yeah, according to the Philadelphia Police Bulletin that was issued, issue date, I believe, was May 25th of this year. That is supposed to be, no citizen is supposed to be stranded on the highway as a result of livestock. If a police officer comes up.
Now, this is the thing. Most of y'all probably don't even know what the hell is going on because they don't teach y'all none of this stuff. That was in 2005, Jarrell. This is the video. Hold up. This is the cassette tape. That's her right there. This is it, right? This was in 2005. So did I have to have a degree to give you this? You know who was getting upset with me because I was telling y'all this information? It was black educated dummies. Black educated dummies would come to me and say, why are you telling them that? Or why are you saying this? Because it's a crime. It's a mother freaking crime. I don't want to be a part of this establishment, brother. They criminals, bro. Like, think of how crazy that sounds. They're not telling you to pick up the motor vehicle law book in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. It's Title 75. I'll put it up here for anybody that's in PA. Well, I'm going to give you California too, and I'm going to give you New Jersey. Any judge, anybody, anytime want to challenge me, come on and try to challenge me, baby. Let's go. Let's put that out there. Challenge me on what I'm talking about. That's Title 75, PA codes, right? Go look it up. This is California's. I had every state at one time. Every state. New Jersey is 39, Title 39. This is the book that they give you tickets on, bruh. This is the book, not the little book that you get at the DMV. These are the books that they give you the tickets on, right? So let me read this to y'all out here. When I moved to California, I was blown away about this. Do you know it's $10,000 if you get caught on any kind of controlled substance? Just think about how crazy. The crooks, they all part of the puzzle. The attorneys, all of them part of it. In California, it's $10,000 if you get caught on any kind of controlled substance, any blood level, alcohol. I'm gonna read this to you, and you would think that our people will want to have this conversation. Let me read this to y'all. And I said, no wonder they got so many bail bondsmen out this mug, bro. It is unlawful for a person who is under the influence of drug, rather you say weed is not a drug, niggas smoke weed and drive. That's the excuse for them to pull you over and do what they got to do. They got checkpoints. Under any kind of influence of any drug to drive a vehicle. It is unlawful for a person who is under the combined influence of alcohol, beverage, and drugs. In every sports arena will set you up, my G. So I'm telling people this when I was on the radio, Jarrell. They always have checkpoints when you leave these sporting events, these concert events. They got them down the street. So I was telling people this, and I'm like, yo, don't get caught up in this, bro. Yeah, I know they may be saying weed is legal now, but nigga, don't drive because you can't drive smoking weed. You follow me? Because that's the excuse they're going to use on you. But all of these smart people with all these degrees, Jarrell, where they at telling people this? Where they at?
Yeah, in 4th of July weekend, so you know they're going to have checkpoints.
What? 4th of July week, Nick? Man, well, it just ain't for us. I don't care. You keep saying this, that's not for us. My point is, it's our people who don't know this. This is why John Henry Clark said, who portrayed you? It's black people. It's the black educated ones that did it. So I was kind of shocked when she came to the show. But the reason why she came to the show is because the guy, he passed away, Willie Natil, who she used to work for. Willie Natil used to have a law firm. They said it's still there in Philadelphia. Y'all can look up Willie Natil and Associates. I sat with this brother, and when you live in this lie for so long, it will eat you up inside. It makes your body ascetic, and it makes you sick. So he was sick, and he knew. He used to sit on the phone with me. When I'm like, what? He would tell me, yo, man, this is bull, bro. This is a game. This is a lie. Like, I'm sitting on the phone with this dude. And everybody in his law firm used to try to figure out what school did I go to? What degree did I have? I swear, listen, Jarrell, I used to go inside his law firm. It was on Walnut Street. It might have moved by now. But I used to sit in his room to go pick up the check, right? Because this is the time I had to open up a savings account because y'all wasn't supporting shit. And you still don't support shit. So I'm in the law firm, and I'm waiting for them to bring me the check. And it's this long table in there, and I'm sitting there quoting every book that's on the wall. No, Jarrell, I'm quoting. Now, this is back in 2005. Give me 1 second. Remember, YouTube just came on the scene in 2005, but this is at the time, it was 2004, and she came on in 2005, if that makes sense. That's 2005. So before she came on my show, and I did radio from 2003 to 2009, I used to go get the check and sit in there, and I would quote Corpus Juris Secundum. I would quote America George Pruden. I would quote words and phrases. I would sit there and challenge black attorneys that you don't have. I said, you don't have an A-gree, you have a D-gree. And the D-gree meant to take away from your A-gree. You think I'm lying? Y'all want to see how that works? This is why you don't never want to see. They don't want to sit in the room with me. Let's pull it up for a second. So I can go get the honorariums and all those beautiful things too. I can. But let me show you what a degree is. If y'all think I'm lying. And if you're smart, you would understand this also. Here you go. Degree. It comes from Old French, degree, from, right? Latin, down, step, right? Here you go. And what happens, you took a step down and away from what was really going on. You stepped away. Everything. You see that? The prefix, DE, down. That's not me making this up. This is called common sense. Learn how to read, people. And this is what Brother Todd was talking about, how people don't read anymore. But you'll argue with me when I'm presenting the facts to you. You'll argue with me instead of putting your degree on the table. And let me burn that degree once I'm finished with it. So when I was doing this for people back then, I was getting hate from the black educated people. And this took me to who? Carter G. Woodson. And Carter G. Woodson told y'all that. He said, it's too much painstaking research. Painstaking research. But Carter G. Woodson also said in his book, and I'll quote him, no people can go forward when the majority of those who should know better have chosen to go backwards. And that is exactly what most of our misleaders do. Carter G. Woodson said that in the Miseducation of the Negro. No people can go forward when the majority of those who should know better have chosen to go backwards. And that is exactly what most of our misleaders do. If I'm wrong, please come check me. I'm telling you, they got you believing it's a black and a white thing right about now, brother. We in 2026, homie. We in 2026. You still feel inferior to somebody and you got all these degrees? If you equal to this man, why you feel inferior? If you got a degree and he got a degree, why you feel inferior? I don't feel inferior to no one. I don't even scream the white supremacy game because I know it's a theory. It's not even a fact. Frantz Fanon spoke about that in his book, Black Skin, White Mask. Go read it. I think it's page 19, Jarrell. Page 19. Frantz Fanon, Black Skin, White Mask. I think it's page 19. Right? And he talks about the inferiority is evident in the educated black man. Oh, y'all, you never read Frantz Fanon's book? Let me quote that one more time. Frantz Fanon in Black Skin, White Mask, page 19, I think it is. He said it's the inferiority, especially evident in the educated black man, and you can add the black woman in there too, by trying to constantly keep up with them. That's not me, that's Frantz Fanon. I don't even have the book in front of me, but if you put the book near me, I can show you. Let's move forward. Let's go back to Carter G. Woodson. This is Carter G. Woodson from the Miseducation of the Negro. No people can go forward when the majority of those who should know better have chosen to go backwards. But this is exactly what most of our misleaders do. So how are you claiming to have all these degrees and you still haven't fixed your problem in 2026, bro? Make it make sense to me. And I don't have a degree, but I was offered it. Make it make sense to me, bro. So they got you running around thinking, oh, it's the white man that did it. The white man is doing it. The white man is doing it. The white man is doing it. You don't think that? No, brother, let me tell you something. I don't feel inferior to nobody, bro. And I can ask that same question. Do you feel inferior to someone? The answer will probably be no. but I don't feel, and I'm not inferior to no one at all. I've studied everything about this European. I've studied the art of war. I studied it all. All right. So now, for the people who say, Sabir, do you disagree with higher education? I can ask y'all this question. What is the oldest university in the world? Y'all better hurry up because I got to put my daughter to bed. It's like 10:54. What is the oldest university in the world? Everybody don't speak at once. Oldest university in the world. I see, where my people at? I see these people with these doctors on TikTok, brother. Where they at? They running? Well, brother, you gotta understand, we're going to get educated. No, there's a totally difference. Total difference. And see, everything that I'm doing, Jarrell, is recorded. And so when I'm doing these videos, they put up online too. You can actually Google that, and all this stuff is going to pop up. Boop, 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 boop. See, without paying for a blue check. You see how that works? And it's going to pop up online if you Google it. Oh, so the oldest university in the world. Let me show you the oldest university in the world. You telling our kids not to go to school? What they gonna go to school to learn how to be a transgender, a transformer? That's what they're going to school for, learn how to be a transformer. Or you can do what you want to do. So this is the oldest university in the world, El Cataween. So now you can't get mad at someone else in another country because they come here and they have knowledge of who they are. And black folks claim them to have knowledge of who they are, but really they don't have knowledge of who they are. And you're saying they're taking your job. What jobs are these people taking? What jobs they taking, Brother Jarrell? Well, they're taking the benefits. How can somebody take a benefit from you if it's yours? If it's for you, how can they take it from you? It's something that you don't know about yourself. See, these are the hardcore questions that Teray and a lot of these other people don't want to have. Mark Lamont Hill don't want to have it. Y'all can send this to Mark. Put at Mark Lamont Hill, at Joe Buttons, at Roland Martin, at Vlad. Put these things out to these people and let's see if they want to have a real conversation. So that's the oldest university in the world. And it was a Muslim university. Muslim university. Oh, you want to see? So you can go look it up for yourself. El Cataween. I was there. It's in Morocco, but she was from Fez. But here you go. This is me right here. This is in Fez. This is the oldest university in the world. But you're not being taught that. But you got all these beautiful degrees from the white man's school. Well, you gotta love your black people, man. You gotta love your black people. Gotta love them. But that's the university right there, the oldest university in the world. But they would never, ever teach black people any of this. Why would I teach? Listen, John Henry Clark said this. People in power would never teach the powerless how to take power from them. To do that, that would be insane. I'm going to repeat this again. People in power would never teach the powerless how to take power from them. Now, this is some of the crazy stuff that black people say, Brother Jarrell. They say being prejudiced, right? And say, well, they got power. Anybody that got money got power over the next individual. If you got money, you got the illusion of power because you can make things happen. You see how that works? You can have influence on somebody and have power. So you believe in this power thing because of a complexion. You can have power over another person. Even if you're the same complexion, you have power over that person. What do you mean, Sabir? You have money and you have influence, if that makes sense. And this is what happens, Brother Jarrell, because people been telling me I can name Tariq Nasheed, and you know, I don't think my brother Reza Islam would do something like that. But a lot of these dudes will sit up here and say, don't bring Sabir over here. Don't bring him. don't mention that boy's name. They will say that Umar Johnson have done it. You remember that? Remember I was on Michael Collier's show? What did Umar Johnson say? And that was live, boy. What you remember that day I was on Michael Collier's show, the comedian?
Yeah. So don't bring him on.
You know, Mike, he called Mike because Umar didn't know I was going to come on the show. He didn't know I was coming. So he said Michael Collier said we have a panel. Y'all could probably find it. He said we have a panel, right? So he said we're going to come right back. We have Sabir Bey on, and this boy Umar blew Michael phone up live. You could hear Michael got mad and said, "Who is this? Keep calling me." It was Umar calling Michael because Umar was on there first, and then Umar said, "Don't bring Sabir on." Mike had to text me. Mike texted me and said, "Sabir, I'm sorry, brother. I'm gonna have you come on tomorrow." I woke up at about 6 o'clock in the morning just to do his show. But when soon as Umar heard that I was going to be on that show, he blew. Ask Michael Collier. I can call anybody watched it. I don't know how many of y'all saw it, but Umar called him and said, "Don't bring Sabir on that motherfucker." That's what Tariq Nasheed does. That's what every last one of them do. So if you want me to come on a show, you have to create an alias for me. If you're going to have Umar or Tariq in the room. So, but that's what really happened. And if I can find the video tonight, I'll play the video again for y'all so y'all can hear. Umar blew that dude's phone up, blew his phone. Mike was so heated that his phone was ringing in the middle of a show. Crazy. So don't think that these cats don't be doing that. This, I would never, ever, ever, ever say, don't bring Umar. Don't bring Tariq. I would say, bring Tariq. Come on. Bring Umar Johnson. Let's go. I'll be on the panel. Let's go. Let's rock out. That's one thing I would never do. I would never say don't bring Rizza Islam. I would say I love to do. We're supposed to do something together. So whenever he gets ready, we ready. I would never say don't bring 19 keys. I would say bring 19 keys. Let's go. Let's talk about it. See, this is the thing about people, what I've learned, brother, and even with people with degrees. They don't want to be outshined. That's the reality, bro. I don't mind. I'm fine. I congratulate you, bro, if you sharper than me. We ain't even got to worry about them being haters, but let haters hate, because hate in their heart will consume them. I've been doing it longer than all of them put together. If you add up Umar Johnson, Tariq Nasheed, 19 keys, whoever else y'all pick, I've been doing it longer than all of them put together, straight up. So let's go back. That's the oldest university in the world, Al Qadawin. That's in Fez. Let me show you another one. This is in Granada, Spain. That's not Granada, but this is in Granada, Spain, where all Europeans would come and sit at the footsteps of the Moors. Look how beautiful that looked, bro. This is my photo. I was great to walk in there. Do you know what university this is? Anybody? Let's see how smart the educated black folks are. Anybody know what university that is? Now, I told you the oldest one, right? This is just for the people who say, well, you against degrees? No, I'm not against that. But do anybody know what university is? This is in Granada. And all the Europeans from France, Italy, all of these places, they would come sit at the footsteps of your ancient ancestors, the Moors. They would sit at the ancient ancestors of the Moors. But this is what is not being told in none of these universities, B. None of them. Nah, for real. Decades is something different. I'm trying to tell you. So let me show you this university. Now I'm going to show you me, and this is two different times. The original ground is right there. This is me on the inside of it. If you got a PhD and an MBA, why the hell y'all don't know about this? And I'm gonna give you the university. Just bear with me 1 second. I'm gonna give you the university. There it is right there. Now go Google it. Google it. It's by Yusuf the First. Yusuf the First. You think you're getting educated over here, you being dumbed down. And every European goes to these universities and they know about it. They go. So let's pull it up. Now, here it is right here. I'm going to show you. It's in Spanish and it's also in English. This is what they don't want you black folks to know. Like John Henry Clark said, people in power will never teach the powerless how to take power from them. In 1349, here it is. By who? 1349, by Yusuf the First, the Sultan of Granada. You don't even know about that, but you think I'm against higher learning? None of these universities is higher learning, bro. These Europeans got their ideas and their concept from your ancestors that was Muslims. And I was there multiple times. Anybody know I stayed in Granada. I stayed in Spain. While you go visit, I stayed there. I went to every spot out there to bring this information back. This is why I can boldly say none of these cats can actually go head to head with me with this, bro. You can't do that. It's not going to work. Let's go here. You see that? The University of Granada. So they came to go study everything about you. Everything about you. And this, again, is not me making up stuff online and pulling stuff. No, I was there. I was at all of these universities. I went to so many universities. Let me give you some more before we go forward, because I'm getting ready to get off of here. If you want to go over here to the United States, let me show you something else. What I need a degree from these people for to validate me. You get validation from your people, my G. I'm going to say this again. You get validation from your people. Your people. I can tell you what's in every last one of these law libraries, no matter if it's overseas or not. This is my son, Ibn, right there. I did classes inside there. That's my son. This is in Atlanta, Georgia. I did classes inside this law library. Classes inside here. My children have always been around me. My son is only 3. I also spent hours in Thurgood Marshall. So you can try to test me all you want with all your degrees. I'm not looking for a job from these people, bro. I'm not looking for the job. That's me in Thurgood Marshall. I could tell you everything in what's inside this law library. I didn't even went to Harvard Law Library. Stayed in there for hours and for days while I was in Boston. And this is in Thurgood Marshall. There's also in Houston, Texas, you have one they're called Harrison Law Library. Harrison. But black folks don't want to have it. But you got all these beautiful, great degrees. I got 6 degrees. I got 6 degrees, brother. I'm smart. But you still calling yourself black? Make that make sense, brother Jarrell. You're black and try to justify why you're using the word black.
You talk about a degree and don't know a noun from an adjective.
Don't even know the noun from an adjective. Ain't that kind of crazy? I will be embarrassed, bro. And don't even know a country from a continent. Ain't that kind of crazy? Don't know the country from a continent and say it's semantics. It's not semantics. It's what it is. Let's find another one. Let's see if we can find how old is the word black. I'm almost finished. Here you go. Let's go to black real fast. So bring all your heavy hitters, homie. Go to SciNet and send out to your heavy hitters. Black in color, on the other hand, has no historical meaning whatsoever for African people. Black is from the what? An Anglo-Saxon, B-L-A-E-C. And you can show them this and they go right back to talk about, but brother, we the ancient black gods of Egypt, brother. I'm going to tell you, because that's not how we using it. It has nothing to do with you. Just like the 4th of July really ain't got nothing to do with you either. I know. But you're going to get drunk. And white Massa gave you a day off, so you're going to go get that one too. Okay? So let's move forward. And let's see if we can pull up some more. Bear with me. The most ancient, somebody get somebody in the Nation of Islam to the cipher. Please come to the ciphers. Please stand up. Please stand up. The most ancient names for so-called black people are Nasu or Nubian, Ethiopian, and more from ancient Egypt, and Negro or Negretta from West Africa. All the above are native African words. Now, black and colored, like white, are on the other hand, European words. Not the white man's words, because there's no such thing as the white man. Ethiopian and more was popularly used to describe the so-called blacks into the 1500s. Why you think they pay that sister that did the 1619 project to start history at 1619? Somebody better send us the Mark Lamont Hill and them. You better send it to them. Or you can send them my email right there, sabirbayradio@gmail.com. So black is not an ancient word. No matter which way you try to justify it, it's truly not. So let me give you another one. So they took you from being the Moor into the Negro and then to black. On the Gulf of Guinea, that's West Africa, the Negro slave replaced the Moorish slave. But you got 6 degrees, right? You got 6 degrees. Hold on, we got some more, Jarrell. We gotta point this out too, bro. Gotta pull this up too, brother. Yeah, I got 6 degrees, brother. Somebody send us to Henry Louis Gates and let's talk. So let's go here. This is a book called Craig Stevens is the author of this book called Ebony and Ivy. Now, let me explain this to y'all. If you ever read this book before, right? Do you know that universities were subsidized, slavery subsidized universities? But they forgot to tell you that that person was a Moor. We don't use Moors no more. Why the hell y'all still using black if it's ancient? This is the weird part about people who don't have common sense. If black is ancient, right, Jarrell? Then why y'all still use black if it's ancient? But if I say Moor, they say we don't use that no more because that's derogatory. How? Negro is Spanish, black is English, and nigga is Latin. So you mean to tell me you'll take nigga, which is, I'm really still calling you a nigga, I'm just saying it in English, right? But then you're going to turn around and say, well, we don't use that word more anymore, but you use a word that's, you claim that is ancient, black, but you don't use more.
Make it make sense.
Make it make sense. I told you, I'm not the dude they want to be in a room with. So this is the book. So if the Moor was the first person, right, that was at Harvard, which I did go to Harvard. I went down to Harvard. And it's a brother. And this is what happens when Carter G. Woodson and everybody started waking up. They started saying, nigga, I'm caught in this trap, brother. And y'all are parents are still putting your children in the same cycle, the same trap. Just play sports, niggas, and shut up. No critical thinking at all, bro. Hold up. No critical thinking. Think about this. Let me put this up. No critical thinking at all. No logic. No critical thinking and no logic. No logic. How could you possibly be black? Your skin is not black. Don't make me pull out my daughter and she's gonna come in this room and embarrass you grown people, because she'll tell you in a minute her skin is brown. Well, brother, that's not how we talking about it. Hold up, Jarrell. That's not how we using it, brother. Hold up. We got something for that too. Just give me 1 minute. Black folks, boy, y'all are some crazy delusional people, boy. Hold up. Is this it right here? Oh, here you go. So let's go here for 1 second. This is a case, right? It's called Race Law Stories. So Chinese people was classified as black too. There it is right there. Chinese people were black because they were not white. Nigga, make it make sense. No, they wasn't. No, they were not. I'm going to tell you because I listened to Tariq Nasheed. He told us it's not the same.
And they don't run around calling themselves foundational black Chinese.
They damn sure don't run around. They can. They can. No, they really can. They can run around and call themselves foundational black Chinese. They can do that. Hold up. Because the law says it. But who called you black? Hold on. Let me show you something else. You think I'm playing? Let's go a little further. You see that says black, right? So let's go to this one right here. And I'm going to show you the source again, once again. Oops. The Chinese blackness. Wait a minute. The claim about the Negroization of the. Wait a minute. What the hell? This is the Negroization of the Chinese. Wait a minute. We're gonna let that sink in for a second, people. Get it in. Oh, you gotta love these people. You gotta love your black leaders, man. You gotta love them. Test me if you want to. You can try. You will definitely lose playing with me. Definitely lose. I read a whole lot. I cross-reference everything, bruh. Everything. That's why I don't jump on everything. Everybody, Sabir, you should talk about this. Why? Let's go watch my old video like Todd said. What I need to keep making critical thinkings for? Todd said that the other day. Sabir Bey told me, he said, man, they want to see critical thinking. Why don't they go just watch the old videos? How about this? Y'all can buy my videos. Let me show you something. This is in 2001. You can purchase this video, y'all. Let me help y'all out. This is in 2001. This is Overstanding the Language of Law, Part 1 and Part 2. How about this? Go buy this one right here. Y'all can purchase it right now from 2001. I may go up to $400 selling it now. Yeah, good. Look at that, 2001. All right. Let me see. We're going to begin this lesson on basically a question and answering and trying to put the puzzle together as far as the government. 2 hours and what is the government functions? Let's go. Versus Allison Hoover. A written or printed declaration of a state or a statement of facts made voluntarily and confirmed by oath or affirmation of a party making it. I'm going to show you some pictures of. This is in Philadelphia in 2001. Something about the Postal Service. It's in Title 39. How you don't need a zip code. Title 14, Coast Guards. Title 15, Commerce and Trade. Title 16, Conservations. Title 17, Copyright. Title 18, what I just read, is dealing with crimes and criminal procedures. Anything you want to know about crimes and criminal procedures and how you get them is in crimes and criminal procedures. Title 19 is. This is damn. For them, without a state approval, is recognized by Section 6A of the Administrative. Bruh. Was no YouTube around, bruh. Was no Instagrams around. I got another one. I'm gonna show you how these things are old, bruh. Give me 1 second. I'm gonna pull up the other one too. These things are classics, man. Hold up. Let's pull up this one. I did one on the right to travel too. Let's pull this one up too. You want to test me on my degrees? Let's go. This is another one. All this is in 2001. Driving versus traveling. 2001.
All right, this lesson is on the definition of driving and traveling. Okay, we're going to begin this lesson with the definition of driving. Okay, and I'm coming from the Black's Law Dictionary, 6th edition. Okay, driver's license.
Y'all remember those days, don't you? The
ticket period is a suit. Let her read. Can I see that? Can I see that dictionary, the Webster's dictionary for me?
This is Philadelphia.
Okay, penalty.
It says a punishment fixed by law as for a crime or a breach of contract.
A crime.
But it's a breach. But I just told you what a fraction was. It was a breach of a contract. So you violated the contract when you broke it. Whatever. I mean, you had the license, you broke it, but then they have to show that you have a license somewhere. You have to have produced something stating that you had a license. See what I'm saying? This is what's going on. Damn.
Primary for the transportation.
I really don't like looking at myself, brother. That's why I'm going through this, because I haven't looked at these videos, brother, since they were made. That's how old they are. I have not watched any of those videos. But if you ask me in 2026 about anything I talked about back then, I can explain it to you. If y'all want the videos, you can. One is called The Overstanding the Language of Law. And the other one is actually Driving versus Traveling. So I've been doing this for a long time, fam. And I'm going to show you something. This is my son. Now, you saw my son, my other son, at the law library with me. You see my daughter with me. This is my son, Amir, my son that passed away. That was him right there. You see what's on my neck? And I don't even like looking at this picture, brother, because it makes me feel some type of way because my son is not here with me anymore. But that was in 2001. 2001. And you saw the other picture with my son, Ibn, and I going into the law library. So my children has always been around me. So all this old wanting to sit up here and talk about, yeah, man, my degrees is this. Nigga, what y'all leaving back here for your children? I was supposed to leave before my son. I was supposed to have left this planet before my son. That's my son again right there. He was killed in 2020. Killed in 2020. To what again? Ungrateful ass black people, and even ungrateful ass black people get on my feed every single day and try to critique me instead of saying I will put some money up and have Sabir go toe to toe with the best of them. I'm not wasting my time with cats anymore, bro. I'm not. Period. That was my son. He would have been 28 if he was alive. He was killed when he was 22. And that's my son right there, Ibn. We going into this law library, Emory, in Atlanta, Georgia. Where's these cats at with their proof and their information? They don't have it. They just tell y'all stuff and y'all give them everything. So you go get the best of the best and put them up against me and let's go. That's my son right there. He's always been around me, bro. Always. So I have to kiss ass. I have to bend over. I have to beg you for nothing. Just put your money where your mouth is. Period. And I'm going to close out with this because I do have to get my daughter to bed. And if you would like to support, I'll put the banner up here and you can support. So if you want to get those videos, you can definitely get those videos too. Reach out to me. Email me at Sabir Bey Radio. And y'all better get them before I raise it because my man told me to raise it up to like $300 or $400. So you better get it. It's about $250 right about now. They $250. And I'll make a deal. Email me at sabirbayradio@gmail.com. Again, sabirbayradio@gmail.com. That is my Zelle, my PayPal, Chime, Apple Pay, Cash App. And if you would like me to challenge somebody, please put your money where your mouth is. Okay? I ain't saying 50,000 like Marquette and like Tariq, but I'm freaking classic, bro. All right? Let's close out with this track right here, bro. Reach out. I'm classic. I'm better than I ever been. Shout out to Primo. I told you I'm hip hop.
And now for my next number, I'd like to return to the classic. Times.
straight classic. Classic. I'm better than I ever been. I rock him, the fiend of a microphone. Yeah, is y'all ready for 2007? It's now another drought. Everybody's a killer. Wow, we bugging out. Since 86, showing the crowd what I'm about. And they still want to know when the album coming out. Acting teenagers, OGs, and nasty kids. What the definition of classic is. Timeless, so age don't count in the booth. When your flow stay submerged in the fountain of youth. Ain't no doubt in the truth, I'm off the meters. Everybody co-sign it, even non-believers. Since I came in the door, became one of y'all's leaders. In the fresh pair Air Force One sneakers. Uptowns, we call them uppies when they on divas. Probably one with KRS-One teachers. Nas made you look before the heaters. I bet you Khan had them on when he walked with Jesus. These classic. Live straight classic, classic. I'm better than I ever been. Time. I'm everywhere you never been, and better than I ever been. Classic. Live straight classic, classic. I'm better than I ever been.
I'd like to return to the classic.
You can't buy this. Super flyness, like a shyness, your highness is performing. Look how long the line is. It's what happened, you make it's timeless. It's what happened, these rappers is the pioneers. What do it take to be a legend like Nas is? I'm so novice, I'm so polished. I got a right to be a little bit snobbish. I did a little bit of college semesters. It took 2 like ride bass to let me figure out this wasn't my place. The beat slow till you listen to my pace. Cause I be killing shit, but that's evident. And y'all feeling it, but I expected it. If it's classic, it's gonna last forever. Then I'm everywhere you never been and better than I ever been. Classic, live straight classic, classic. I'm better than I ever been. Time. I'm everywhere you never been and better than I ever been. Classic, live straight classic. I'm better than I ever been. Hold the fort down, represent to the fullest. Nas, I rock well. Perseverance. See the fake hustler rapper, to them it hurts to hear this. Oh, you went platinum, yeah, that's nice. Now let me see you do the same thing twice. 3 times, 4 times, then a couple of more times. Please, your amateur night, it's showtime. It's one life to live, so live it the best you can. The world could use one less man. Not enough air, not enough car factories to manufacture new vehicles, sedans, and vans. When they do make the whip, you like your chips ain't right. By the time you could afford it, the car ain't important. In the street timing, it's just iron. Cops keep firing in my environment. Leaving your slump, then they drive home far from the hood. Brothers, they eager to jump on. I like to be the wall that they toast up on. I like to see the fall, guilty for doing wrong. I'm classic like the Air Ones, the hustler shoe. That's what I'm accustomed to. Yeah, classic. Live straight classic. I'm better than I ever been. Time. I'm everywhere you never been and better than I ever been. Classic. Live straight classic. I'm better than I ever been.
Of course, we have Blastmaster KRS-One. How many y'all got criminal minded? You, y'all don't be blinded. Me, I got no jewels on my neck. Why? I don't need them. I got your respect. KRS-One, 20 years I rock. I do it for JMJ and Scott the Rock. This hip hop, and we's a nation. Don't you want to hear more KRS on your radio station? Instead of broadcasting how we smoke them trees on the radio, we need to hear more local MCs. Where you at? Come on, where you at? This is the difference between MC and the rap. Rappers spit rhymes that are mostly illegal. MCs spit rhymes to uplift their people. Peace, love, unity, having fun. These are the lyrics of KRS-One. Classic, live straight classic. I'm better than I ever been. Time. I'm everywhere you never been and better than I ever been. Classic, live straight classic. Classic. Out, baby.
Yo, man. Classic, bro. I'm better than I ever been. So you can try your best of the best of the best, man. So let me leave my flyer up here with my brother from Philadelphia. We want to do some stuff at ACAF in Philly, and this is the hood in Philadelphia. Reach out to me, SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. But don't ever let them tell you that you don't see Sabir Bey in the hoods, man. This is in West Philadelphia. Reach out to ACAF. Email me at SabirBeyRadio@gmail.com. I gotta go. Jarrell, peace, my brother.
Peace.